John Shanks here, my good friend Alan Hudson. Alan, we're talking football again. We've got a big Premier weekend this week. We've got the early game, which is a real important game, Brighton v Man United. How do you see that going?
Pressure's on Manchester United. Brighton have had a real good start. They were very, very unlucky against Chelsea. I thought they were the better side. They lost 3-1, and if Dunk scores a header, we've discussed it, Chelsea had a hard game on their hands. Chelsea could have ended up with no points this season instead of winning at Brighton. And then they've gone out and had another good performance away from home. They had a great result with Newcastle. And
they were so good at Newcastle.
Good side.
They passed it real well at Newcastle. And they got men forward in the box. I think this is the clue. You've got to, put them extra miles in, get players in the box, make the extra man.
I think he's a manager, Don. He likes to play that way. He likes to attack.
Yeah.
He's got a good defensive setup. I mean, they're not going to win that. They're never going to be top 16, but they're going to be all right. They're going to be a middle of the table side.
I mean, obviously, the first half against Chelsea, as you said, Brighton could have gone ahead, gone in with the lead. Everything sort of seemed to go against them. Okay, they might have got lucky with the goal under the keeper. Maybe should have done better and saved it. But it wasn't just that. It was the general play of Brighton. They moved the ball well. They were sharp. They got people in the box. And they worked hard. And the right back, the right back, what an impression he's making. Your old team, Chelsea, let him go. They must be kicking themselves now.
Well, he thinks he's got a better fullback than him, don't he? I mean, I'd have had this kid every day of the week. I'd have put him in front of their captain as Philip.
Right.
I think he's a good, terrific little player. His energy's unbelievable. He's great on the ball. He even got through with a goalkeeper once for one-on-one, and someone come and challenged him. He's only 5'2", isn't he? But no, he's a terrific little player.
I did notice him myself last year, and I was quite impressed with him. And a couple of times he got himself out of position and he lunged in, but he seems to have learned from that. He's got a bit more experience, and he does look a hell of a good player right now.
He does, and he's like a baby-faced assassin, isn't he? He only looks like he's got to go back to school.
He looks like one of them rappers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't get involved with him.
No.
You like it playing against him.
Oh yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah, lovely day at the office.
50,
Stay out his way, I'll go on the other side. But no, so I think we're in line for Brighton to be consistent. I think that Potter has got them in a way that they believe in themselves right now. I mean, because you look at a lot of teams, they're more than happy to pass the ball about. They're comfortable in control. They're not looking to get it to the front as quick as they can and whatever. They can play a bit.
Yeah, I think the difference is when we watched Chelsea play Liverpool last week. From the first minute, you knew Frank was frightened of Liverpool.
Yeah.
Trying to try and come out and play him in case they got him on the break because it's so quick up front. But this fella at Brighton, they're not frightened of Manchester United. They're fearless.
I think Manchester United are going to be frightened of themselves in a minute. I mean, obviously Ollie, he's in charge right now, but they've just got slaughtered at home to Crystal Palace. He commented afterwards that we only had one pre-season game. Why? Why only one? Palace have 3. You're playing, you're one of the biggest teams in the world. How haven't you played 2 or 3 games or whatever?
That's making excuses, don't it?
Well, I think so, but Palace ripped them apart. I mean, Saha put a show on, and it was unbelievable. But generally, all round, they just went through them like they weren't there. Yeah. And United, the offensive, attacking sort of setup with United, they just looked lacking in every department, a yard short. So unless they've had a big training week, all right, they played Luton midweek in the Carabao Cup, won 3-0, maybe, got something out of that.
They got a penalty in the 45th minute. It was 0-0 up to then.
Right.
At Luton. So that tells the story alone, doesn't it? They struggled up until then.
He's got a lot to do, Solskjaer. He's got to get a couple of new players in quick. A little bit like, let's say...
He's got too many players now.
Yeah, well, he'll be bombing them out. They're not good enough.
Yeah, well,
get them out on loan, cut the wage bill a bit, whatever way it works, and bring in a couple of quality players, just like Jose's done now with Gareth Bale and the other guy from Real Madrid. They've gone and scored 5 at Southampton. Okay, they could have been behind as well, but they looked like such a force going forward. So with Bale, imagine that. Son, Kane and Bale.
Yeah, got some pace.
It's a little bit terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was playing fullback against Bale or Son, I think I'd have to go to bed about 7 o'clock on Friday night now.
7 o'clock in the morning.
That's more like it, yeah.
I take him out on the golf course the day before.
Yeah, that's right. Hit him with a golf club, yeah.
But man, it was all coming out now, what we spoke about last year about Grealish. He'd be a perfect player in Manchester United.
Yeah,
big spaces, big pitch, big, you know.
And a big stage.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
You know, we've spoke about it so many times. In this game where it's so technical, they got every stat on you, they know how fast you run, they know what your strong points, weak points are. So what it means is you become predictable. Yeah. And when you're predictable, you can be stopped. Grealish can't, because he's not predictable. And that's the type of player really United need. You know, they thought they had it with Pogba, but really and truly, I think that's not going to be going on. Someone like Grealish in that slot, boom.
Pogba slows the game down too much. Where Jack.
Yeah, he's the end result, Grealish, I think. You know, he gets by, he's getting the free kicks, they're taking them, they're looking sharp, they're whipping balls in. And if they give him a little bit too much rope, he'll whip one in and get a couple of goals. You know?
And the other thing is, you talk about stats, he's the most fouled player, like Eden Hazard was. So that and like Messi is in Spain.
Yeah.
They're the most fouled players are the best players. People keep saying, no, he keeps going down. Well, he goes down in dangerous positions.
He does go down. I mean, he does ride the tackle, but he goes down. And yes, they are free kicks.
Yeah.
And as I spoke about Sahar the other week, you know, he goes down. But against United, he weren't going down so much. He was accelerating to the other side.
Well, he had so much space out on.
Yeah, but this is the way you have to do it. Grealish is doing it because he knows all of a sudden there's no options. I'm 25 yards out from goal. We got the free kick. Like this situation, like this setup, we can maybe score from it. But Grealish is the real deal. There is no doubt about it. So Brighton, Man U out. What do you reckon? How do you see it going?
Well, if I had a bet, I'd back Brighton. I think that their value bet is 7-2, which is ridiculous odds. A home team. For me, they were a better team than Chelsea. I think are Chelsea a better team than Manchester United? But the jury's out.
But I think the thing is, it's like Brighton are under no pressure here.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
United have got to come down there and they'll be looking at themselves saying we've got to do a lot better than we did against Palace. They'll be looking at Solskjaer and said, well, why haven't you brought some new players in it? Everyone will be looking at each other here and, you know, Fernandes, Pogba, you know, they need more now. And I don't really think he's got the right shape yet. So I think for Brighton, it's a real good time to play Man United. You know, I'm really, if I'm honest, I don't know whether United can up their game to the level of like definitely winning this match. So you know, I think really Brighton myself have got an outstanding chance to come out with at least one, but even maybe 3 points.
I do. I'm siding with Brighton.
Have a high five for that one now?
No.
No, social distancing here, right? Yeah. All right, we got the top of the table clash. Do you think we'd ever be saying the top of the Premier League? We've got Crystal Palace in form, playing high-flying Everton, of which both these teams have scoring plenty of goals. You know, Everton got another 5 at Fleetwood, all right, expected to do that. 5 against West Brom, away win at Tottenham. You know, so you know, it's looking
great start.
It's looking good. It's looking good for them.
I think he's brought a little bit of class in with this Rodriguez from Real Madrid.
Oh, tremendous player! Yeah.
Top player.
Yeah. You know,
The problem with him was, would he adapt to the English game? Because
well, apparently he's singing in the dressing room. They all love him there. He's a character. They're all buying into his natural football ability. But like, you know, you're coming into a group of players and they've accepted him right away, and you can see, you know, when he scored the other day, or the other fella scored, they really get quite emotional, and they're so happy for him.
Well, absolutely. But I think the difference with him moving to Everton, Ancelotti had him at Real Madrid. So he had him,
and he had Alan as well.
Yeah. So he knew their capabilities.
He knew them 2 midfield players would make a huge difference, and with the guy Decore from Watford joining in, that is a force in there. Can Palace hold them?
I think it's going to be. It looks like being a great game. Both teams are going to attack. No one's going to play it. No one's not. You know, going back to Chelsea, they go out and against Liverpool. They set up for a 0-0.
Yeah, look.
Palace will go out and they want to win this game, and they both want to go top. They both want 9 points Saturday night.
Yeah, no, I think, like you said, I think it's going to be a great game. If I'm honest, I don't know how it's going to pan out. I think there's definitely going to be goals because I can't see how there can't be.
But absolutely. I think Palace, they've only conceded 1 in 2 games, but they haven't played Everton, who've scored a lot. But they're both attacking-minded teams.
I mean, the adrenaline is high with both the teams. The commitment looks full on. Everton are a happy camp. Palace have just gone and slaughtered Man U at Old Trafford. So everyone's going to be double confident, and I think really it's going to go down to Rodriguez again or Zaha to pull out that bit of magic. And I'll tell you what, I'm a little bit like you. I think I love Everton, but I don't know if Palace.
You like the new Everton?
I like the new Everton. Yeah, I do.
They've been very disappointing.
The new Everton. Let's get that right. Yeah.
Yeah, because they've been disappointing.
I mean, look at Arsene up front. He's coming to life with them 3 midfield players. The guy who got the hat-trick, was it Mr. Lewin?
Lewin, you
got
right
Lewis last week, Mr. Lewin. See, I'm learning. And, you know, so they're potent. You know, they're a force to be reckoned with. They're going to score plenty of goals. And, I don't know, 2-2 draw for me. There.
It's not a bad shout. There'll be goals. They'll both fancy it. But you know, whatever happens, they're going to be trying to score right till the end. If they're 2-2, they won't sit back and.
Yeah, they're not just going to settle for that.
Yeah, where some teams will sit back and follow that'll do us for the day.
I think Everton's style now is they've got flair players, attacking players. They can come from anywhere, so they do believe that they can score at any point from anywhere.
It's all about.
Where last season it weren't like that for Everton. They were one-dimensional. They took too long to get balls to A to B. Too predictable. Not now. They're a proper team, Everton.
Yeah. Well, it's all down. It's down to the manager.
Now Saturday out, we've got a big morning. We've got myself and Alan, and we've got a young man, John Sitton. John, he's my former Chelsea player. Was there, I think, when you were there.
He was a kid when I was there. I think. Yeah, he was cleaning my boots. I think.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Did he get any of your skill rub off on him?
No, I don't think he quite got that. I think he.
No, John's a proper aggressive centre half. He's one of them boys who get out there and get the job done. Yeah.
But he's got incredible views on the game. Very strong opinions.
Well, we met him the other day, and he was infectious, wasn't he? You know, he can talk a bit. The people think I can talk. I think I'm putting John in front of me.
Well, you're going to have to tame him.
What, the lion tamer? Do you think I'm the lion tamer?
The taming of Sitton.
Oh my goodness.
No, I think he's going to be a good addition. He's, as I say, he's got strong views. He's got to be tamed. That's your job. And obviously, we all speak the same language, don't we? We all love football.
Well, John's a cab driver now. He's played the football. He's done the management. He now drives black cab, you know, to support the family and stuff. And we've got a lot of ex-footballers who are black cab drivers. And we're going to talk about the black cab situation as well. Because, you know, at this moment, it's a bit of a plight because I know a few of them have handed the badges back, but it is going to get better, guys. You've got to, like, hang in there and, you know, wait for it all to turn round. Yeah. You know, but we love the black cabs. You've got family in the black cabs?
Yeah, we got a great history of black cab driving.
I mean, since I ever had, even, you know, as a kid, had a tenner in my pocket, going back 50, 60 years, it was a black cab.
Yeah.
You know.
And
so we love the cabbies.
They knew where they were going because they'd done the knowledge.
Yeah, you know, get us there. Where are you going, mate? Oh, it's a shortcut. But no, we're looking forward to seeing John Saturday. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a laugh. We'll be talking Premier League. We'll talk about the England national team. We'll talk about the VAR. We're going to cover a lot of situations. Football talk, you know, people talk, London talk,
talk,
cabbie talk,
taxi talk,
pub talk. So anyway, look forward to putting another message out there on Saturday. So find us on the Don Shanks, Huddy Shanks Pub Talk, Football Talk, and listen to our views. And we're looking forward to see you on Saturday, John. Bye for now, everybody.
Good luck, John. Don't be late.
Shirt and tie.
Shirt and tie.